Okay, in this particular video, we'll talk about transferring S3 bucket data into cloud storage in GCP. Now, we'll be using again the data transfer service that is available in GCP. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll go to our AWS environment and we'll create a user. And that particular user should be given enough rights to read that particular S3 buckets data. And what we'll do is we'll create the user and we'll get the AWS credentials for that particular user. And that particular credentials, we'll use it in our GCP to do the data transfer. So let's do that. So let's go first to our AWS environment. So here I'm in my AWS environment. So first thing you can do is you can go to IAM and create a user and get credentials for that particular user. So let's go to our IAM. And you can see that I've already created one user. So let's open this user. So this is the name of my user. And if you open this particular user, I have given this particular user the following permissions. So I've given him access, the administrator access. Now, of course, if you don't want to give him administrator access, you just need to give him access for the S3 bucket, which you want to transfer. So this is the user, and I've given him this particular administrator access. So the next thing that you'll do after that is you'll go to the security credentials and you'll create an access. Now, this particular access key and password you will use in your GCP data transfer. So download this particular access key. You can click on create access key and download it. So let's do that. So you can download this particular CSV file. So let's click on download. And what you can do is you can use this particular CSV file's content. So it will contain the access key ID and the password. And those particular values, again, you need to use it in your GCP data transfer. So once you've got this ready, the next thing you can do is you can go to your S3 and create the bucket that you want. So let's go to our S3. So S3 is basically the equivalent of cloud storage in AWS. So all that you need to do here is again create a bucket. So I've already created a bucket called my VLC bucket. So let's open this. And this particular bucket has got an object called aws.png. So let's open this aws.png. And again, it's basically the same object that we had used in our previous chapter. So once you've got both these things ready, the next thing that you need to do is you need to go to your GCP. So let's go to our GCP and let's go to our data transfer. So you can open data transfer and here you can click on create transfer job. Let's click on create transfer job. And so here you need to choose the source type as Amazon S3 and you need to give the bucket name. So the bucket name that I would give is, so let's go to a bucket. So this is the name of my bucket. So I'll be just copying this, my VLC bucket. Let's copy this and let's paste this particular name. And again, all that you need to do here is just give the access key and the access key ID and the secret access key that's available in the CSV that we had. So let's copy that. So here I've copied the access key ID and the access key. So that's the only thing you need to do. You can just click on next. And here you need to give the destination bucket. So you can click on browse. And here I've created a destination bucket. So you can just click on this and select that particular, and all the objects in your S3 bucket would be transferred into this particular bucket. You can also create a new bucket if you like. But for this example, let's just choose this particular already existing bucket. So let's click on select, click on next. And again, let's click on next. Let's not change anything over here. And let's click on create and run this particular job. And here you can see that one particular file has been transferred. So let's go to our cloud storage. And if you go to my destination, you can see that aws.png has been transferred. So you can just open this and click on the authenticated URL and get that particular PNG file. So that's it for this lecture. So this is how you can transfer data from your S3 into your cloud storage. So that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next.